Hi, Mandy here with movement challenge number 4. This movement challenge is focused on the full squat movement. Now some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, a full squat, that's really difficult. Yes, this is a challenging position, and the goal and the challenge is to get into a full squat and hold it for 10 minutes. So I'm going to demonstrate what the full squat looks like and talk a little bit about why that's important. So I'm backing up here so you can see my feet. One important piece to this is that your feet are pointing pretty straight ahead. Now if you have a tendency to roll your feet out, that's often because you don't have the right mobility when you try to squat. So trying to keep your feet pretty much directly straight ahead, and then your knees as you squat, you really want to push them out. So the squat looks like this. So I'm dropping down as low as I can go. And basically what's happening, this is an expression of hip flexion, knee flexion, and ankle flexion. So getting the mobility at all three of those joints and even some low back flexion is really important, and it's often something that we as adults, we lose. If you can think back to a toddler that you've watched, they're often down in that deep squat position for a long period of time, playing with toys, manipulating, or even just watching TV. So we have this mobility, most of us have this mobility in our joints, but as we get older, because of bad habits, because of restrictions, or the you don't use it, you lose it philosophy, you really do lose the mobility in your joints. So this is a great challenge. If you don't have the ability to get into that full squat, it's something to work towards. And if you can get into that full squat, or when you work into that full squat, trying to hold it for longer and longer up to that 10-minute mark. One way that you can start out, if you can't get into that full squat, use some kind of assistance, whether that's a table or a piece of furniture that won't move, holding on, because this movement's pretty passive. You want to just be able to sit back and get into that position. It's more about the range of motion than the strength or your control in being able to get down into this full squat. Once you get here, you can still hold on, and you can use your body to help. If you feel a restriction in your knee, in your hip, or in your ankle, you can sort of rock into those movements forward and backwards or side to side if one side's different than the other, to try to help gain some mobility in those joints. So again, the full squat, the goal is to hold it for 10 minutes and maximize the mobility of your hip, knees, and ankles. Give that a try. If you want to record it and post it to our Facebook page or have any questions about that, feel free to reply to this email. Thanks.